Live on a Sunday afternoon. It's gorgeous. Can we start with the good news? I'm a big weather guy, and the good news is the weather's amazing. I coached some baseball games this morning. The kids were great. The parents, some of them were idiots, but we'll put up with that. The weather's just perfect. It's been a nice weekend, even though my baseball team lost yesterday. But you know what? I'm still in good spirits, right? And then I go down to one of my favorite places, Sweetport Wilson's, to eat some food, watch the Browns game. And that was the end. Well, the food part was good. The food at Sweetport Wilson's, as always, was amazing. Incredible chicken wings. The steak I had was beautiful. Brought my son home and my wife home some ribs and brisket and cornbread. All fantastic. But the other part of it, watching this shit-ass football team just play another pathetic game spoils the end of the day. You know when you're a kid and it's Sunday, it's around this time. You have the Sunday night blues because you got to go back to school on Monday. Anybody that's gone to school in their life understands what I'm talking about here, the Sunday night blues. Unless you're one of those really weird people that like going to school. I don't know. There was always one, right? There was always one weird ass who liked going to school. I never figured those kids out. But for most of us who dreaded going to school on Monday, Sunday night, it was the worst Sunday night. And the Browns, for most of the last 30 years, have just made it worse. So not only are kids depressed already because they're going back to school on Monday, but it's made worse by the fact that they were probably vomiting throughout the afternoon, having to watch. And I think it might be time to stop. My man G. Bush said to me today, is this team worse than any Browns team you've covered? And I said, it's definitely not worse than any Browns team I've covered, but it's as pathetic and as offensively challenged as I've ever seen. This team, it's a chore for them to score a field goal. Watching their offense move the ball, and I say that kindly to say they're moving the ball. Watching their offense move the ball it really is like watching, I was going to say high school offense, and I was hesitating on that for a second. And you know why? Because it's not even like watching a high school offense. It's like watching the freshman team in high school play offense. Everything is a chore. Got to make sure we're still worried about, are we handing the ball off right? Can my tackles block at all? Can my guys catch the ball? I mean, the quarterback can't see anything. The pass catchers can't catch the ball. The line, but especially the tackles, can't block. I mean, it's just pathetic. That one drive, and I'll tell you what, and it wouldn't have mattered because they were losing the game anyway. But I want to go to the drive where they got their last field goal because there was still, at that point, a lot of time left in the game. The drive took forever. It just felt like it was like an hour of game time. It was or an hour of real time. It was 9:29. No, how long was that drive? Hold on. How many actual clock minutes was it? It was only 5 minutes. That's what the Browns do to you. That last field goal drive by the Browns was a 5-minute, 26-second drive. I felt like it was like being at the dentist. But in the end, they get the ball down to they get a first down at the Steelers' 7-yard line. First down at the 7. Now, I understand Quinshon Judkins is not having a particularly good game. He's got no room to run. He's averaging like 3 yards a carry. They're not blocking it well. But you have the ball at the 7. So he gets 2 yards on first down. From that point on, including a penalty, the Browns got 5 opportunities to score a touchdown. They threw it every time, starting at the 5-yard line. A terrible pass to Isaiah Bond for an incompletion. A bad pass to Jerry Jeudy in the end zone. But they got a penalty, right? A pass up the middle, nothing doing there. So now they got it to 3. So they get the ball back. After the penalty, it's 1st and goal at the 3. Again, I understand that Judkins was not having a good day. Get it. But he has showed you early in the season he's your best weapon on offense, and it's not even close. It's 1st and goal at the 3. There's 10 and a half minutes left. You want to get in the end zone, even if you don't win, just to score a fucking touchdown, please. And what do they do on 1st down? 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. They've got Dylan Gabriel passing the ball in the middle of the field. Are you effing serious? Quinshon Judkins was not even on the field, I don't think, after that. He had the 1st and goal run at the 7 when he got the 2 yards. I'm pretty sure he was not on the field for the next 4 plays or next 5 plays. But 1st and goal at the 3, you don't run the ball, which I don't understand. Incomplete pass. Terrible throw. Not terrible throw. There was just nothing there. 2nd down and goal to 3. Again, they don't run the ball. Again, Quinshon Judkins is not on the field. Dylan Gabriel holds the ball forever and takes a sack. You can't take a sack. It wasn't like he got sacked immediately where you'd say, well, that's on the offensive line. And the offensive line sucked. I'm not defending them. But it's not like he had time. Like, you got to get, at some point, if you're such a fucking super genius, well, get rid of the ball and live for another play. You would have still had 3rd and goal at the 3, but he takes a sack. And then you're finished. Then, of course, on 3rd and goal at 14, you're not going to run the ball. And then he throws to Jerry Jeudy, an uncatchable ball in the end zone. And they kicking a field goal, and that's that. Obviously, the Browns got the ball back 2 more times. I mean, think about this for a minute. The Browns got the ball back 2 more times, didn't score. They had it for 17 plays, had 54 yards. I mean, it's like 3 yards a play. This is crazy. What were the yards per play in the whole game? Browns had 248 yards on 75 plays. They averaged 3.3 yards a play. That's just crazy. That's so bad. So bad. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't throw the ball. I mean, Dylan Gabriel, what did he average per play? It had to be terrible. 4.3 yards per pass attempt. You're just not going to win this way. They're just so pathetic. The game plan's pathetic. The decision-making's pathetic. The players, I've been ripping Stefanski a lot lately, and deservedly so. I mean, he's doing nothing. He's doing nothing. Jacoby Brissett went in for the Cardinals today, right? Hadn't played in forever. When's the last time Jacoby Brissett played? Forever. He goes in for the Cardinals. We know Jacoby Brissett. Now, they ended up losing the game. It was a slugfest, and the Colts came back on their defense. But Jacoby Brissett, this is who they had, their leading rushers, Bam Knight and Michael Carter. I never even heard of Bam Knight. Their leading receiver, Zay Jones. I thought that guy was out of the league. Trey McBride's a good tight end. Obviously, we know Marvin Harrison, but he didn't have much of a game. Michael Wilson, Elijah Higgins. Not like the Cardinals are brimming with talent on the offense. Jacoby Brissett goes 27 of 44, 322 touchdowns. He threw a pick. But, like, their offense had life. It had spark. It had something. Watching the Browns play offensive football is like death by 1,000 cuts. It is pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic. There's no other way to put it. Jacoby Brissett had no running game. They found a way to throw the ball. If you take Brissett's 3 runs out of it, the Arizona running backs carried the ball 21 times for 69 yards. That's barely over. They couldn't run the ball either. But they found a way to scheme Zay Jones and Michael Wilson and Elijah Higgins, a bunch of guys. They found a way to get them open. The Browns have no capability to do that. Their coach is not good enough. Their players are not good enough. And it just sucks. And you folks, as the fans, you pay the price. You know, Jason Lloyd keeps saying, well, they don't care about anything till the dome. They think you're all suckers. I'm telling you, Jimmy Haslam's up in his ivory tower with his bonehead son-in-law and his wife, and they are laughing at us. They are laughing at us, all of us. They don't give a rat's ass about Browns fans. They don't care. And you're crazy if you think otherwise. All they care about is every last dime they're going to make off that dome because everybody's going to drop money on it. They have not committed to winning. All they do is spend money stupidly. The team has spent more. I mean, you think we sometimes take shots at the Mets in baseball, right? They've spent a lot of money, haven't won anything, or the Yankees who haven't won a World Series in a while. At least those teams go to the playoffs. Like the Yankees have made deep runs. The Browns have won one playoff game under Jimmy Haslam. He spends crazy money. He don't know what the hell he's doing, and he's laughing at all of us. He's laughing that you get agitated. He's laughing that I get agitated. He's laughing at us all the way to the bank. Someday we will all realize as an American society that the billionaires are laughing at us, and we will get on the same page together and we will be unstoppable. Unfortunately, I don't see that happening anytime soon. But in this one specific case, they're laughing at us. They think we're all fools. They think every Browns fan is a fucking fool. Because people are going to still pay for the tickets? Still pay for the merchandise? Because what choice do you have? The Browns are in your blood. It's not in Jimmy Haslam's blood. You're hooked. You got hooked when you were a kid. You're still hooked now. The Browns are a drug. I mean, so is the team, your favorite teams. It's like a drug. I get it. I'm with you. But I wish I could make a difference and convince you all not to see. This is the problem. We got people like most people who are responding in the chat right now are like, Will Smith, Bull, you speak 100%. You're right. Steve Bennett, 100. Waste of time, Chief. Facts. Like most people get it. They're smart. But then there's always the people like this, which I'll never understand. Adam Nuns. Bull doesn't like anyone making more money than he does. Hey, listen, Adam Nuns. I'm doing well for myself. I'm not going to lie to you. I live a nice life. I have enough money to take care of my family. I'm very lucky. I've worked my ass off. I paid my dues, but I'm lucky. Most people aren't as lucky as I am. I'm very I don't scream and yell about the billionaires because it doesn't really affect me that much, to be honest, right? But it affects so many people. And unlike you, Adam Nuns, I give a shit about other people. And I hate when people are taken advantage of. So if you still want to take it from the ruling class, okay. We all are to some degree. But like at least know you're being made a fool of. Charles Mooney says Haslam paid $1 billion for the Browns, and according to Forbes, they're now worth $6 billion, and that's all Jimmy cares about. That's it. That's it. And that's fine because probably all the not all of them. Some of them care. Most of them don't. But Jason Lloyd has said a bunch of times, well, it's all about 2029. 2029 is 4 years away. Are we going to sit and have to watch this shit football for 4 more years? And we're supposed to believe that in 2029 they're going to put a good product on the field? How is Jimmy Haslam all of a sudden going to learn how to put a good product on the field? Who the hell would trust that? That's crazy. Just crazy. And I don't know what the answer is. No, Carl. Yeah, in theory, in theory, you have a choice. You can root for another team, but you can't. You can't. These things happen naturally. It's definitely in your blood. And it just sucks. I just feel, I was at Sweet Park Wilson's and I met so many fans. And shout out to all the fans I met tonight. So many different people. I mean, it was just awesome. And everybody, loves the podcast. Everybody loves UCSS. And I'm so appreciative of the 99% of fans that are just awesome. And the frustration and the aggravation that the fans have to go through. It's just never ending. It feels like the Browns, Jimmy Haslam is, Lucy? I hate peanuts. And by the way, I went on a rant about this a few years ago when I was still on the radio show. And when people say, peanuts, it's Americana. Charlie Brown's Americana. Let's keep it real. Charlie Brown sucks. Everything about peanuts sucks. I know I'm going to offend some of you with this. Please, just really think about it. Peanuts sucks. But I'm going to use the analogy anyway. Jimmy Haslam is Lucy with the football. And every year she puts the football for Browns fans to kick. To sucker you back. This time I'm going to let you kick it. And every year he pulls that football away. And he's laughing all the way to the bank. And when you're winning, when you have a quality product on the field, you're like, all right. Yeah, the guy's a piece of crap, but all right, he's putting a winning product out there. You live with it. You rationalize. Thank you, Rich. Rich is right. Peanuts really does kind of suck. It's terrible. If I have to hear that stupid teacher, why does the teacher, why can't I understand the teacher? Every character sucks. Every TV show, the Great Pumpkin Caper, the Merry Charlie Brown Christmas, all of it's crap. And listen, there's a million good Christmas things to watch. Don't watch Charlie Brown. He's terrible. Absolutely terrible. And don't tell me it's part of Americana. First of all, I don't even know exactly what that means anymore. But Charlie Brown ain't it. Buckeye Wildcat. I type out all caps, hoping the bull will notice. Z, don't watch Charlie Brown. Watch the bullpen instead. That's smart. Maybe I should do a Christmas episode. A special Christmas episode. We can get Santa to maybe make an appearance. I'll work on that. So let me get back to the game because I'm kind of going off the rails here a little bit. Dylan Gabriel, in terms of his performance, I mean, again, it was. I don't really. I'm at the Sweet Pork Wilsons, and I'm like, at one point, I tried to start a "Let Shador play" chant, and I've been very honest. I'm not sure if Shador Sanders is any good. I don't know if he is or not. I mean, I know some people are so convinced, and I think that's silly, and we don't know. And in fairness, it's not. You know, if you're going to give Dylan Gabriel a shot, you can't just give him 2 games. So you got to give him a little longer. I want to see Shador Sanders, though. I don't know that it's the right thing, but I do want to see him. Dylan Gabriel through 2 games. He's not terrible. My analysis through 2 games is he's all right. He's all right. It's just meh. By the way, I don't have the game on yet because I'm doing the show, but Joe Flacco, it's how is it 14-15 to go in the second quarter? Oh, the Packers have had the ball twice. The Bengals have only run 4 plays. Flacco 1 for 1 for 4 yards. By the way, you have Joe Flacco playing for the Bengals. Obviously, Baker for Tampa Bay. Jacoby Brissett started for the Cardinals today. And what's his name? Tyler Huntley came in to play for the Ravens as well. So you got former Browns quarterbacks all over the place. I didn't even see the Ravens score. They lost, right? 17-3, man. They can't score at all. Tyler Huntley, 10 of 15 for 68 yards. Former Browns quarterbacks all over the place. All over the place. None of them any good outside of Baker, but anyway. So I'm just... what I really want to say about Dylan Gabriel is I just don't see anything in him. There's nothing about him that makes me think he's going to be a good, like anything more than a journeyman NFL quarterback. I will say it's unfair to make a sweeping judgment on him or any other quarterback based on 2 games. And obviously he doesn't have a lot of help around him. That's just how I feel. Right now, if you said, what do you think of Dylan Gabriel? I'm saying there's nothing I see in him that's special. There's nothing I see in him that makes me think he's going to be a good starting quarterback in the league, while acknowledging it's an unfair analysis. But that's all I got. I got 2 games. What else can I do? That's the opinion right now. And I don't think he's terrible. He's not terrible. But he feels like a backup quarterback, or at best, a journeyman back-end starter. All right, I guess we can start him. And again, way too early to make judgments, but that's just how I see it. There's nothing about him that's exciting. Nothing about him, Okay. What else in this game? The running game was terrible. They kind of got away from it. I talked already about not using Judkins in the goal line. He had a rough game. There was no protection. He was getting hit in the backfield pretty consistently. The drops, again, were terrible. Fannin had a big drop. Judy had a drop, a couple of drops. Njoku had a big drop. Fannin ended up with 7 catches for 81 yards, piled up some numbers late. But there's nobody on offense I'd say had a great game. Nobody. If I had the best game, I guess I'd give it to Fannin, but he had a big drop on a long throw. He would have had a 100-yard game. And probably a touchdown, or who knows. But I can't be excited about anybody's play on the offense. It was just terrible across the board. I thought the defense played, decently, pretty well. Again, when you get no help, the other team doesn't have to do anything crazy offensively. If you're the Steelers offensively, and you're Mike Tomlin, one of the best coaches in the league, you don't have to take any chances because the Browns can't score. So it just makes it so much easier. And makes it so much harder. The Browns defense is so behind the 8 ball. I thought the linebackers, I thought Bush and Schlesinger played well. The Steelers offense wasn't huge. Jaylen Warren had a pretty solid game, but he only had 11 carries. DK Metcalf made a couple of nice plays, had a touchdown. But that was about it. It was just an inept offensive game Neither team did much offensively. The Steelers obviously did more. They scored 2 touchdowns in the second half. The Browns just get field goals. So now you're 1-5. The Browns have scored 82 points. There's the only teams that have scored less are the Titans, who are playing right now, have scored 73. They've only played 5 games. The Falcons, 76, but they've only played 4 games. They're playing right now. So points per game, the Browns are now will probably be last. Well, if the Titans score 10 or more points today, I don't know what's going on in that game. I don't know if there's been any scoring yet. Titans down 3-0 in the second quarter. If the Titans score 10 points today, and they could not, I mean, that's certainly possible, then the Browns will have the lowest scoring offense in the league. They'll at least be second. And we knew the offense would be bad. I didn't think it would be quite this bad. But let's see. They have 82 points in 6 games, so that's 14 a game would be 28, 56, 70, less than 14 points a game. They're averaging, I mean, think about that for a minute. They're averaging less than 14 points per game. They've scored 16, 17, 13, 10, 17, and 9. They've scored between 9 and 17 points. So they've scored, 7 touchdowns in 6 games? You're averaging as a team barely over a touchdown per game? That's just nuts. That is absolutely crazy. All right. Let's get some fan reaction. And thanks to there's a lot of you watching right now. I appreciate it. For the nearly 1,000 of you that are in here right now, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. I'm sure most of you have. But if you haven't done so, please do so. I'm about 500 subscribers away from 10,000. My goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month, and this is kind of cool. Only 4.8% of YouTube channels have 10,000 subscribers, so it'd be pretty cool, and I appreciate you helping me and the guys get there. So anybody that hasn't subscribed, please do so. I appreciate it. Okay, let's read some chats. Adam Nuns coming back with an I love you. I love you too, Adam. And I'm okay if you're making more money than me. Kelly Spence, we need Bull in a Santa hat. Yeah, I've played Santa once, years ago. I'm a good Santa, I think. Jeep Wolf, no. Mr. Zeep, Christmas Vacation as Clark represents all Browns fans. Yeah. Watch that. Don't watch Charlie Brown Christmas. Michael says, hey, watch what you say about the great pumpkin Charlie Brown. It's shit, Michael. Or Michelle, sorry. Michelle, it's shit. I'm telling you, everything Charlie Brown is shit. Not Christmas, none of it. Joel now. Give Tomlin the Browns and Stefanski the Steelers, and Tomlin Browns win. Probably. Tomlin's a better coach. Will Smith publisher, Dylan played like a pure backup. Yeah, that's what I saw. Son of the Morning Star, say what you will about the Cleveland Browns, but keep Charlie Brown out of your mouth. No. I'm sorry, son of the Mannings, son of the Morning Star. I don't know where I came up with the Mannings. I got to keep it real, as I always do. Charlie Brown sucks. Brendan, no light at the end of the tunnel, no O-line, no quarterback, no wide receivers. It's hard to be a fan of this team. It is. Kelly says Shador's used to playing with no O-line. That's true. Wasted time, Chief. The drops. Jim says forcing Gabriel to throw 57 times is ridiculous. It is. Smooth living. Didn't the media bash Sanders after 2 games? He hasn't played any games. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't speak for the rest of the media. I speak only for me. The rest of the media, well, a good majority of it sucks anyway. but not because they have agendas. Some people do. Some people do. Sean says, how long do you have to have shit around your nose to realize it stinks? Put your door in. Camp told you he wasn't good enough. Good thing is not. Now you know. Steven says, I like Gabriel, but he's not good enough, and he's a backup. The Browns have now won, let's see, 0-2, 3-15, 1-5. They are they've lost 20 of 24. Is it 20 of 24? Right? 6, 17, 23. No. They've won 4 of 25. And I believe they've only scored 20 or more points in 3 of their last 25 games, going back to the final game of the regular season in 2023. Z says, Bull, if you're GM, where do you even start? I mean, it starts with the quarterback. Until you solve the quarterback problem, you can't solve anything else. But obviously, you got to the Browns need an entirely new offense. Entirely new offense. When I saw that David Njoku is the Browns' all-time leading pass catcher in the last 26 years, that made me throw up. Think about that for a second. You have a decent pass-catching tight end. Decent. He is your all-time, or since 99, leading. He has the most receiving yards in the Browns franchise since 1999. That is batshit crazy. SJ, the head coach needs to go ASAP. I said it last week that I was done with Kevin. There's nothing that happened in this game that's changed my mind. The excuses will be laid for him for the end of time. I am no longer convinced, as some are, that he would get a job right away as a head coach. I don't believe that. And I think if I'm wrong, then I think if he turns out to go get another job if they fire him, that team will be making a mistake. Debbie Hartwick, where's Mason Graham? Good question. Where is Mason Graham? I don't remember his name getting mentioned once. I don't. Let's see. Did he put up any stats? I'll take a look here because I don't remember. Mason Graham had 1 tackle. Again, it's hard to judge based on that, but no sacks. Obviously, the Browns did not have any sacks in this game. It was Myles Garrett was quiet. Myles Garrett was quiet, not the Steelers. Nick Herbig had 2 sacks. Jalen Ramsey had 2 sacks. Peyton Wilson had 1. James Pierre. Oh, no, I'm looking at tackles for a loss. Herbig and Ramsey did have 2 sacks. Derek Harmon had 1, and T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith had a half a sack each. So, yeah, Mason Graham, not much from him. Let's see. Rick Novak, overrated defense. I don't think the defense is overrated. I think the defense is really good. You just can't win when you have no offense. It's that simple. Not with any consistency. Chip says Stefanski and Berry need to go. Brendan, do the Browns win another game this year, Bull? Yeah, I think they will. I picked them to win 5 in the beginning of the season. I don't know that they're going to get to 5, but they'll win a couple more games. There's some winnable games. There's some games that that where their defense will be able to win them games against other bad teams. The Dolphins stink. That game's at home. The Jets stink, even though it's on the road. If Lamar Jackson's not back, we'll see. Probably will be. It's a month from now. Raiders aren't very good. The Titans aren't very good. The Bears aren't very. There's some games they'll win. They might even win the 5, but they stink. They just stink. So terrible. It's so terrible. Buckeye Wildcat. Bull, can you put me on live with you right now? Let's boost your channel ratings. Sorry, Buckeye Wildcat. Can't have you on right now. Again, shout out to everybody. That's even more people on now than when I mentioned it a little bit ago. All right. That's going to do it for me. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the love. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I appreciate it as always. Thanks to Z and Alex for producing today, and thanks to all of you for watching and listening. I really appreciate it. Before we go, let me tell you that players who place a qualifying same-game parlay of at least $10 on eligible NFL or NCAA football games will receive one standard entry into the weekly Squares game here at Bet Rivers. Winning standard squares will be awarded a prize of a $20 bonus bet. Also, NFL primetime first touchdown, second chance bet. We have that too here at Bet Rivers. Users will receive a second chance token for any first touchdown wager each game day or primetime NFL game, Thursday, Sunday, Monday. In the event of two primetime games on a given day, the token will be valid for either game. Check out both at betrivers.com or the Bet Rivers app. I will talk to you all Tuesday morning with Dustin. We'll get his thoughts on this game Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. live. Until then, love you all. Talk to you later. Enjoy avoiding the Sunday blues. See you, everybody. Bye.